Hello there, YouTube. It's your boy B3 back with another kicking manga review. You know, whenever there's a manga of like a Toku hero or a Henshin hero, I try to read it. Last time, I haven't been up. Usually I upload these in the order I read them, but I haven't been doing that recently. Recently I recorded a review for Himetsu Sentai Go Ranger, the manga. And today we are looking at Ultraman Volume 16 Viz Signature Edition. Story and art by Ichi Shimizu and Tomohiro Shimoguchi. I think I did that right. Yeah, from Viz Media. Parental advisory, rated T for teen. Okay, so now we talked about 15 a little while ago. At the end of 15, right, Ito kind of revealed that he was the Supreme Chancellor of the Star Cluster Council to the three main Ultramen, Hayata, Shinjiro, and Dan, but also Mephisto, who is kind of an alien Mephiles kind of guy. And this alien Mephiles was working for the Star Cluster Council, but also kind of betraying them. And Ito has kind of been hired by the Star Cluster Council to, and this is a big reveal later in the book, to destroy Ultraman. But the Ultras have been banished from this universe. The only one left is the original Ultraman, and if you're far enough into the series, you know that the original Ultraman has now taken the form of the human-sized Bimular that floats around. That is the original Ultraman, oddly enough. And we still don't know how he got that way entirely. At least, I don't think so. Not in this volume. But we do have Leo and Astra in this volume who become their official Ultra selves. They get their red and silver armor with the color timer. And then the fake Ultramen are revealed to be three Seijin, one of which is, of course, a Zerub. But they do get to fight them, and they actually grow to giant size, and they fight them in giant size. The Ultramen don't grow giant, but the Seijins do. The Seijins grow giant. Anyhow, Shinjiro, Dan, and Hayata get these new teleportation bracelets that are finally in working order, so they can teleport their Ultraman suits to them whenever they like, you know? Whenever they like, and this allows them to help fight the Ultras. Well, fight the fake Ultras, sorry. And they do. They take them all down. Humanity cheers. And expresses that he kind of likes fighting for the SSP. He says he kind of likes being one of the good guys, etc., etc. He seems to be mostly trustworthy now. But we also have Ito explaining everything, and he's like, look, yeah, my job is to kill Ultraman, and you guys are all Ultraman, but I also created you. And here's the thing, the Star Cluster Council doesn't want to eradicate Ultraman specifically. The most important thing is eradicating humanity's faith in Ultraman so that they're a lot easier to handle. And it turns out humanity is really bigoted towards aliens, obviously, because humans just are that way a lot, all the time. But, they're not bigoted towards Ultraman. It's like they don't see him as an alien, but he is an alien, so it's a little ironic, I think. But we do get the backstory of the detective that was investigating Ultraman in earlier volumes. He has the daughter that's an idol, remember? Turns out she's not his daughter. He adopted her. He was basically her godfather. A guy he worked with and his wife got pregnant with her, but it turns out they were aliens. And he knew they were aliens because they trusted him enough to tell him. And they were like, look, we haven't done anything. We haven't broken any laws. We've been living on this planet even before Ultraman showed up. We and before any of these evil Seijin ever tried to take over the planet. So we have never done anything wrong. We came through the proper immigration channels to this planet and everything with the Star Cluster Council. But humans are still gonna kill us if they find us. And humans do find them and kill them. And yeah, so our detective friend is given a promotion to kind of keep him quiet. And he does want to reveal that basically the Japanese equivalent of the FBI killed his friends. If he does that, it could, one, cause a panic. Two, people would probably hate him, and a lot of eyes would scrutinize him, and he can't really be scrutinized because now he has to raise a little girl who's an alien, and she doesn't even know it. She does not know she is an alien. Pretty crazy. Though there have been a couple hints, I guess, up to this. But it is a little surprising that she's an alien. I didn't really expect it, to be completely honest with you. But we see that he actually leaves her at an orphanage that he stayed at when his parents were killed during a kaiju attack for 2 years. I guess to kind of distance her from his friends in a way. Well, he doesn't know how to take care of a baby first. Originally, they asked him to just take care of her. And he was like, I don't know how to do that. But he kind of went back and adopted her when she turned 2. She kind of was kept away. And I think strategically, that kind of makes sense. He's kind of lucky she didn't get adopted before he got there. But he also was raised in that orphanage, so I feel like he kind of had maybe contacts that would ensure that couldn't happen. And there was a lady there waiting for him. And when she gave the child to him, it was like she looked sad, almost like she knew what was going on. Very odd. Also, it turns out Zetonians are probably behind, like, everything bad that's been happening. Yeah, who could have guessed that, right? Who could have guessed that? Anyhow, we find out that her actual space name is Marie from Bimular. And here's another thing. I think she's supposed to be like Mother of Ultra, which is a little weird to me in a way, but Bimular gives the detective one of the suit transporting bracelets to give to his daughter for protection, and he says, under no circumstances should you ever press that button unless you're in great danger. And of course, as soon as he leaves, he's like not even out of the driveway. She presses the button out of curiosity. I mean, you can't... I don't even blame her. I straight up don't even blame her. You can't tell someone that and then not tell them what the button does. If you're like, hey, don't press it unless it's an emergency, this is what it does. Okay, sure, I won't press it. But if you say, don't ever press that unless there's an emergency, and then you leave, most people are going to be pretty tempted to press that button. And it teleports an Ultra suit onto her. A really cool Ultra suit. I would love a figure art of that. She would go so well with my Kamen Rider Narishiko. It's a really cool suit. And it's kind of a funny, cute ending to the book, because the last page is a panel of her freaking out because she loves her Ultra suit. And then it's Bimular looking through the window, just floating there. And then he says on comms to her dad, I may have made a mistake. But there's also, that's where it ends. But there's also like design guides in the back, like for the Zerub Seijin and the Ada 6 alien, which I believe is just supposed to be Bolton. We've seen them before in this book. And then there's one just unknown alien. Yeah, I don't know. Because when I saw him in the book, I was like, I don't know what Seijin that is. And then here, it doesn't reveal what Seijin that is. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's original. That's fine. And then there's, of course, the little kind of meta comic in the back of the creators. So that is it for Ultraman Volume 6 by Tomohiro Shimoguchi and Aichi Shimizu. I think this is an underrated book, to be completely honest with you. Ultraman as a show has actually gained some traction in the US, but I never see this book at bookstores. My partner and I, we get all our manga physically right now. I'm reading Kaiju number 8 physically. I'm reading Go-Go Loser Ranger physically. I'm reading Kamen Rider Kuga physically. There is a theme there, I'm sure you noticed. It's all Kaiju, Toku, Ancient Hero stuff. I can't find the new volumes of Ultraman, like, anywhere. We like to buy from local stores. There's one store that's, like, in a very rich neighborhood. It's, like, specifically a Japanese bookstore. Sometimes that has the new volumes of Ultraman. But I've had to resort to Kindle for Ultraman. I read a lot of my books on Kindle, admittedly. But since my partner reads a lot of manga as well, I've been getting mine physical, excuse me, so that he can read them as well. But yeah, I haven't been able to find Ultraman anywhere physically. Does that mean that nobody's ordering it? Or does that mean that it's being bought up super fast? I kind of doubt it's being bought up super fast, even though it is good. But to be honest, this specific volume, though it has a lot of important information, almost feels like a transition volume. Like transitioning from one big thing to the next. This book is mostly just backstory for the SSSP and for our detective and idol. Yeah, there's like a finished fight in it, but it's not... This isn't a very action-y volume. This is a volume that explains things. This is a volume that gives us lore, gives us history. It's not a volume that's action-packed. It's not a volume that progresses a lot of characters, really just side characters for the most part. So Shinjiro himself doesn't get to do much in this but fight a little and be shocked. So, that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description down below, below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. as an yeah, and I'll be trying to review more stuff for you very soon. That is it. Thank you all once again. See you all next time. Bye for now.